everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura, and I'm a tarot reader here on YouTube. Today we're going to do the tarot, oracle, and rune reading for September 2024. So what I need you to do is sit back, relax, maybe grab yourself some tea or something nice to sip on, and ask yourself or ask out loud, what does September 2024 have in store for me? What do I need to know in order to have the best month possible? And once you've done so, take a look at all three of these groups that we have on screen. These are piles of oracle cards as well as some runes for each group. You don't need to know what the runes mean. All I need you to do is feel out which one you feel most drawn to. Group number 1 on the left, group number 2 in the center, or group number 3 on the right. This is definitely one of those readings where a lot of you might feel drawn to multiple groups, multiple piles, and that's totally fine. In fact, if you guys want, you can watch through all 3 groups. I'm sure there will be messages for you in each reading. Take what resonates and leave anything that doesn't. Keep in mind, this is a group reading. There are other people watching, and some message may be so specific that they don't necessarily apply to you. Others may feel really specific for your reading. You know, with these online group readings, sometimes you get readings that feel like personal readings, and it's really creepy accurate. Other times you may be like, some of it resonated, some of it didn't. And that's just the nature of these YouTube readings, okay? If you do want a personal reading with me, one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. And I do offer month ahead readings there. So you can go there and get yourself a personal monthly reading for the month of September if you wish, where I will only be focusing on your energy and your questions, anything that you're concerned about. I also have other readings there, love readings, career readings, etc. Really, you just pick whichever one you feel most drawn to, and you ask your own questions. You can leave your backstory, and you'll email me those questions, and I will get back to you within 7 days with a link to your reading. So there's no meeting. You simply buy it from the website, send me your information, your questions. I will do your reading for you and send you the link. The link will take you to an unlisted YouTube video, meaning that only me, you, and whoever you share the link with can see it. So if you are interested, spiritpsychic.org. I also have shamanic life coaching sessions there, which are essentially hour-long weekly readings. Same exact format as the psychic readings, except you also get daily email correspondence if you want it. And we get really, really deep in those sessions, let me tell you. It's like a very deep psychological dive into your life. Lots of mediumship, lots of interesting things comes through. So again, also on spiritpsychic.org. I have 3 intention oils there as well, handcrafted per order, per purchase, with your energy in mind. And you use those oils to anoint yourself and use in your magical work, etc. Again, spiritpsychic.org. So thank you for sitting through that advertisement. Let's dive into your readings now. Okay, group number 1, let's dive into it. So we're going to start out with your runes here. You have 3 runes. The first we have is called Algies, and this is in the inverted position. So Algies is the rune of self-interest. Many people wear this as an amulet for self-protection if it wants to focus. There you go. Many people wear this for self-protection. It is the rune of self-interest. And when it comes out in the inverted position like this, it's actually asking you to be more selfish, take some more time for you, and maybe try to avoid people-pleasing this month, people-pleasing tendencies, trying to make everyone around you happy. This is definitely a month where you want to work towards your goals. And, Luna's here. Luna's my cat, if you're unfamiliar. This rune wants you to work on your own goals, your own interests, put yourself first, and try to avoid that people-pleasing, try to avoid overdoing it. Then we also have Ansus coming out in reverse right underneath that. And this is the rune of the divine, of divine inspiration. And, this can have to do with communication. So in particular, I'm seeing an image here. There could be older generations that don't understand the way that your mind works, how you want to operate in your relationships, your life, etc. If it's not even older generations, this could be very conservative peers of yours who simply do not understand you. They don't get you, okay? So both of these runes are asking you to hold your tongue And be very mindful. Not everybody is somebody that you should be sharing intimate details with your life about. Do you understand? Sometimes that can cause some problems. And I know that's like the most annoying thing in the world when you have something beautiful going on in your life and other people's closed-mindedness judges that beauty. Maybe, for example, you have a daughter or son who is a beautiful artist and they become like a world-renowned tattoo artist making tons of money, beautiful art. They're very well known in their career field. It doesn't matter how successful they are. If you're talking to somebody of like an older generation or somebody more conservative, they're going to judge them for not going to school, not being a doctor, etc. There's no winning with people like that. If you are in a beautiful relationship, but maybe you're gay or lesbian, or maybe you have like an open marriage or something, some sort of like not popular way of doing things, it doesn't matter how much happiness you have. It doesn't matter how much love you've cultivated. It will not go over well with certain people. And so both of these runes coming out are saying, listen, group number one, know when to shut your mouth. Know when to keep your mouth shut around people who are highly judgmental, who aren't going to get you. Because, even if it seems harmless for you to share intimate details of your life, that person can really send you negative energy, especially if it is in the workplace, okay? If this is a coworker. I know somebody, and I'm not going to name names here, but they have coworkers essentially who are extremely religious, extremely conservative, and this person that I'm friends with is quite the opposite. And I told them, like, listen, be very careful about sharing the details of your life with them and, your beliefs and your politics, your relationships, everything you got going on, because they basically disagree with everything. And they can sit here and be smiling to your face, but they are not a friend at all. They are not somebody to be trusted. So I don't know. Ansus with Algies is asking you to be more mindful of things like that. Keep the beautiful aspects of your life to the people who are here for you through thick and thin. Another example I'm getting of this is just a random example. It's not going to resonate with most of you, but like, let's just say, for example, you just gave birth, you have a baby, and it's like all of a sudden, all of these family members, all of these people who haven't even spoken to you in years want to come over and play with the baby and quote unquote help you. And by help, they really just want to hold the baby while you do all the cooking and cleaning. You have every right not to let those people come over your house. You have every right to your privacy. You have every right to not letting them be a huge part of your baby's life, because it's like, you aren't even a huge part of my life. You just want that new baby energy. No, I'm not interested. So things like that, just be mindful of. Okay. Then we also have the rune Wonjo coming out, which is the rune of happy endings. This is an extremely positive rune here, and it oftentimes actually shows beautiful romance and relationships flourishing, a deep contentment with your home, with your friends, with your life, and also any health issues that you may be having or that friends may be having. There are positive outcomes there. So it's just overall a very good vibe. And then we pair this with your astro dice that came out. We have Jupiter in Cancer in the 11th house. Jupiter, if you're unfamiliar with astrology, is the planet of luck, expansion, and it's just extreme positivity. It's like all of the things that go right in our lives. So just the fact that Jupiter alone came out is a really positive message, and it shows expansion. But then also with Cancer and the 11th house, which rules over Aquarius, and this Wonjo rune coming out, I'm really getting this message that there could be some expansions to your home, your friend group, or your love life, okay? Relationships getting deeper, more committed, your heart feeling like it's overflowing with newfound love and happiness for certain individuals in your life. It feels like you're getting a lot closer to amazing people. Okay. I'm also seeing your home, wherever you live, really blossoming with love. I'm seeing an image in my head of like a flower opening up and blossoming, and, different corners of your home having really positive energy. So, for example, you may be having more guests come over and enjoying where you live. You may be having like new fresh plants in the home, a nice, clean, art-filled, laughter-filled place of residence, really. It's just so beautiful. This energy is so beautiful. So I love to see all of that. Now let's dive into your oracle cards. Then we're going to take a look at the tarot for you. So I don't know why I really wanted to pull an animal spirit this month, and we have the gazelle coming out for you. Stunning. Gazelle represents physical beauty, elegance, refined posture and appearance. I feel like you have a lot of people who have their eyes on you. Definitely some secret admirers, not even just romantic secret admirers who want to, flirt with you and see you in that way, but also like friendship secret admirers, people who think you're really cool. They like the things you post. They like the things that you do, your aesthetic, your aura, your energy. They're a huge fan of it. And, I think you have a lot of people who want to be your friend is what I'm trying to say here. Is what I'm trying to spit out. And this month we see an expansion to that, so I would not be surprised if a lot of you were, for example, like meeting new people, just feeling more social. It's the type of month where you're asking beloved coworkers or neighbors, like, hey, I feel like we'll get along. You want to go out to like get coffee and just, talk and hang out sometime? That sort of energy. It's so beautiful. A lot of people have the limiting belief that it's difficult to make friends in adulthood. And I honestly find it really easy, actually. Really, all you have to do is ask them to hang out. Like, it's not that deep. Like, hey, you want to get coffee sometime? You want to go get some drinks? You want to get lunch with me? It's as simple as that. It really is. And you know what? If the conversation doesn't flow when you're out, you don't have to go out again. You can leave early. It's not that big of a deal. Making friends. Having friends is just doing random things you're going to do anyways, but in company. Within the company of someone else. That's really all friendships are, And so I don't know why I keep wanting to talk about friendships and romance and beautiful relationships. I just feel like this is a very heart-based month is what I'm feeling. Having your heart overflowing with just happy, positive vibes. And the 11th house especially coming out for the Astro Dice. This is your group. This is your people. This is your soul tribe. Okay, this is also expansion. Your soul tribe, your group of people, they're the people that are going to be here and inspire you to grow, to evolve, to change, and vice versa. You do the same thing for them. So that sort of energy just keeps coming out. We have take action. Okay, very action-oriented month for you. A lot will be going on, and we'll dive more into the specifics when we get into the tarot. We have miracles. Oh my gosh, guys. Yeah, if you selected group number 1, this is going to be a great month. Also, I forgot to mention in the intro, we have eclipse season this month. So that's pretty significant. Very significant. During eclipse seasons, essentially, just a lot of evolution takes place. A lot of new things unfold. Relationships unfold. Our goals unfold. It's just life becomes a little bit more intense during those times. Not in a bad way. It's in a neutral way. So whatever you have going on, the energy intensifies, really. Okay. We have self-acceptance. Stunning. Nothing is more exhausting than endlessly working on yourself. When you offer your whole being fully to love, self-acceptance arises spontaneously. May I rest in our oneness, dear divine. I got a very interesting message with that card that just popped into my mind. Some of you guys are undoing some of the hard work and growth that you've done in the past, but it doesn't feel like a bad thing or something that you're resisting. Like, for example, oh my God, I resonated with this too, actually. Here's my example. I quit caffeine for like half of a year, maybe like 6 months or so, because I just wanted to calm my nervous system down, etc., whatever, all of the benefits of not drinking caffeine. And recently I decided, you know what? I'm going to take up caffeine again. I'm going to take up that quote unquote bad habit again, because when I was drinking caffeine, I was getting a lot done, and I'm not getting a lot done right now. So yeah, that just popped in my mind. I feel like you're doing something similar, but apply it to your own life, where it's like you quit something and you're ready to go back, like this happens all the time. I can think of like a million examples in my own personal life. Again, apply it to your own life. For me, another example I can think of is I went vegan for like 6 or 7 months, and I just couldn't stop thinking about feta cheese, man. Like I'm addicted to cheese. So I'm like, you know what? This isn't working. I got to go back. I'm still a vegetarian. I've been a vegetarian for like many, many years. But yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is like, sometimes it takes so much energy holding ourselves to these really high standards. And with self-acceptance, I feel like you are allowing yourself not to have certain high standards for yourself in your life. You know, you're relaxing a little bit, you're settling down, settling in, and it's very beautiful. Another example I can give you, there's so many examples that come up. I was learning Spanish like every day from January to July. I've been trying to learn Spanish for years now. It's very slow. But I was trying to practice consistently every day, and it's just so boring to me to practice on apps and with technology. I'm just not into it. So I said, you know what, I'm going to stop practicing, and, you know, one day maybe I will move to a Spanish-speaking country and I'll learn rapidly in that way, you know, with full immersion. And so that's it. I'm like, I released that. I don't put that pressure on myself to like force myself to sit down and study for 30 minutes every day. I regain that time and I feel great. You know, sometimes we have these just so much pressure we put on ourselves to be this perfect person, and it could be so liberating to be the one to decide, you know what, F it. I'm going back to fun times. Now, obviously, you don't want to take this energy too far and actually start taking up really negative habits again. You know, if you worked really hard to undo something in your life, don't just go back to it. If it's not super duper toxic or bad for you, and it's just it's feeling like more energy to uphold a certain standard for yourself or a certain way of living for yourself than it is to just go back and do it the old way, then, I mean, yeah, maybe you should accept and release and let go. We have Spread Your Wings coming out. Archangel Ariel, do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect and you are ready to soar. Yes. And when I think of like spreading wings, I think of like putting yourself out there, seeing more of the world, enjoying yourself. I think of things like taking on new friendships, new relationships, new experiences. So that sort of energy is really strong for you right now, especially with Jupiter coming out as well, the planet of expansion. Jupiter definitely likes to put us in new predicaments, with new people, new hobbies, things like that. Another thing I'm seeing with Take Action, Spread Your Wings, I don't know why, I just got an image in my head of someone like going rock climbing or trying like some sort of new class or something, and you may never see yourself as somebody who goes to classes or who takes up certain like random hobby. I feel you could actually be taking up a very random hobby that you're not even really interested in, but you have the opportunity to take it up. Like, let's just say like a friend, for example, does like hot yoga or something, and they're like, hey, I could bring you to my class for free, you should go with me and try it out. You're like, I don't really want to, but I'll try it, whatever. And like, ironically enough, that may turn into something that you really, really enjoy. So I would stay open-minded about new experiences, because even if you don't have the urge to do that new experience, it could actually turn into something you thoroughly enjoy. So something like that may be happening for you this month, which wouldn't shock me. I mean, you have Jupiter energy. You have, seemingly this message keeps coming up of like new friends, your heart and soul expanding. And I always say like making new friends, talking to new people, new personalities is one of the most important things you could do when it comes to expanding your consciousness. You know, if you stay sheltered, only talking to the same people that you grew up with in your hometown for your whole life, I just feel like you're really limiting your soul's growth potential, you know? And I think the world would be a much better place if people were more active and open to talking to different types of personalities, different people who are not your usual type. I feel like the world would be such a better place if we all had an open mind and a general respect for each other's cultures and different points of views. And I see you carrying that respect and meeting interesting people, having interesting experiences because of it. And that's also what makes you attractive, by the way. That's why you're in this gazelle, like sexy, hot energy. It's because you're very fascinating, very interesting, because you always had that perspective of being open-minded. And that's led you to some very interesting life experiences that people want to ask you about and talk about. Like, how did you end up here? Like, you have a very interesting life. You know, you've done all of these interesting things. Like, how did that happen? How did that occur? And the only reason for it is because you have an open mind. You're non-judgmental. You're not going to judge a book by its cover. You're going to try to see things through. See things from the other side, the other perspective. Very beautiful. Okay. Let's dive into your tarot now. And I am pulling from the Tarot of the Divine. Temperance coming out as your first card. Yes, there's a lot of emotions happening for you in the month of September. I'm seeing deep relationships, a deepening of connections. Again, heart overflowing. I would not be shocked, group number 1, if a lot of you are feeling like a new best friend is emerging in your life. Like, you already know who this person is, most likely. You've been talking to them more. You just look forward to seeing them more, texting more, talking more, and you sort of feel that energy unfolding. I also wouldn't be shocked if a lot of you, if you're single and dating, you know, are starting to catch the feelings for someone this month. And again, it's like very natural. It feels like you're just spending more time together, talking more, checking in more, and you're catching these deeper sort of feelings for them. Very beautiful. And you're enjoying it with the Temperance card coming out upright. You're enjoying it, and you're not letting it become all consuming or codependent, which is amazing. You know, you can enjoy these deep feelings, your heart feeling like it's overflowing with love, while still pouring energy into yourself and not neglecting your other friendships or your business and career or your hobbies, or, you know, taking care of your physical and mental health. And that's what Algies was trying to tell you. Make sure in September you are staying on track with your routine as an individual. So if you get into a new relationship, for example, and you're feeling that limerence, that obsession with this person, you just want to spend every waking moment with them, that's great. But allow yourself to miss that person. And in the meantime, keep doing what you do to maintain your mental health, your physical health, your financial health, your peace, essentially. You know, don't like just stop talking to everyone you know, all of your friends, because you fall in love. Don't let your gym routine get out of whack, your exercise routine get out of whack because you fall in love. Don't start neglecting your pets and not taking them on your daily walks just because you fall in love. You know, it could be really easy when you're swept up in a romance, or even like a new best friendship or something like that, even a new obsession. It can be really easy to neglect other areas of your life. Try not to neglect that, okay? I feel like a lot of people who selected group number 1, you may have an obsessive type of personality, and that is actually a good thing. It's a positive thing. And one of your biggest life lessons that will make your life more peaceful is learning how to be healthily obsessed with people and things and remain balanced in life. And so the wisdom for the month of September for you is to maintain that balance. We have the Ace of Cups coming out in reverse. See, I knew it. The Ace of Cups, just in general, whether it's upright or in reverse, shows the universe handing us a new relationship or very, very, very emotionally fulfilling creative project or friendship or connection with somebody. Absolutely. Now, this is coming out in reverse, and so I do feel like it's still in the developmental stages of things. So, for example, if you kind of feel yourself getting closer to a friend, you might not be quote unquote best friends just this second. If you feel yourself catching feelings for someone, you might not be quote unquote in a relationship with them just this second. Those things are unfolding. And there may be different scenarios that both you and the other person had to go through before you could really see each other for the potential that your connection could be. So these could even be people that you've known for a while. You know, you've been casually friends with or acquaintances with for a while, And it just feels like all of a sudden you're seeing the potential in them. Like, oh my gosh, you know what? They're actually pretty cute. I think I'm in love with them. Or you know what? Like, I actually really love talking to them. Like, this is somebody I want to be like best friends with. And you may have known them for a while. And even if you have just met, you know, there could have been some busyness in each other's lives that you had to go through, or some sort of other relationship or friendship troubles that you had to go through individually, experiences you had to go through individually in order to see this connection for what it is. Another thing that I'm seeing here that may or may not serve you to know in this exact moment is there's newer personalities in your life right now, people you just met or someone you just met. And I feel like you're not going to be very close to them for a while, but the universe wanted to introduce you at this moment, and the both of you will be going through your own separate journeys in life, you know, doing your own things, randomly checking in with each other, probably like on social media or something. And I'm seeing later down the line, that person is going to be a lot closer to you. So again, I don't know if this serves you to know in the present moment, because it's not really relevant in the present moment, but there could be somebody new in your life right now that might not be much yet, but in several months or a few years' time, they will be very significant to you, whether that's a friendship, whether that's romance, whatever. You may not even see it right now, or even recognize who this person is right now. So it's kind of like both things are happening at once. There's new seeds that the universe are planting for you, emotional seeds for future friendships and relationships, as well as creative projects. And then also some old seeds that the universe planted, in terms of like relationships and creative projects, are going to start taking off this month. Okay. We have the 10 of Swords coming out in reverse right next to that Ace of Cups in reverse. See, this is the thing. You, as well as these other people or person in your life, had to go through some major ending and separation on your own individually, while not being emotionally close to each other, before you could recognize each other's potential and worth as a friend, as a lover, or as somebody who you have feelings for. You were both going through your own evolution separately. And and that'll help you become closer in the future. Another thing that I'm seeing here that, again, may or may not actually serve you to know is there's somebody that you cut the cord with. You cut the spiritual cord with, and they're still learning their karma from you. Okay, so I'm seeing a scenario where there's somebody you're not in contact with anymore, you're not speaking with anymore, maybe you even blocked them. I don't know what happened. Okay, and you are moving on. There's new seeds that are emerging and blossoming in your life in September, new friendships, relationships, as we mentioned. But this person has not moved on from you. Okay, and they may still be connecting with you in the 5D spiritual realms, if they're into that, if they know what that's about, having dreams about you, or sort of like thinking to themselves that you guys are just in this limbo. You know, so you're like, no, we separated, we're done, this friendship is over, this relationship is over, cord cut. And they're in this perspective of, yeah, we're taking a break, or, oh, I'll just come back to them in the future when so-and-so happens, or when I'm more ready and prepared. And they don't realize that, no, you're done, you're over it. So this really doesn't have anything to do with you, I guess. I just am pointing it out because it's coming through energetically, spiritually. This person is still hooked on your energy. I don't think you're hooked on their energy anymore. So there's just confirmation of that, and you don't have to do anything with that situation. I would recommend not doing anything with that situation. I'm just letting you know that it's there. I'm picking up on it spiritually. We have the 9 of Wands coming out in reverse. I don't know why I'm getting like a the phrase navigating yellow flags just popped into my mind. Navigating yellow flags. Like, this doesn't seem like a bad thing. It doesn't seem like a red flag thing. It's just something that I'm going to be weary about. I'm going to move forward cautiously about. So we all have differences in our personalities, our energies, and how we go about doing things. And some of those differences may be incompatible with us. And they could be incompatible to the point of being a deal breaker, or incompatible to a point of like, okay, we just aren't going to relate on that behalf. And I feel like the latter of that is something you may be dealing with, where you're trying to navigate some incompatibilities or differences between you and other people in your life, and find like a happy way to coexist and enjoy each other's presence and harmony without trying to change each other. I'm seeing a very high level of emotional intelligence coming from you guys. I'm feeling it, like, for sure. Crazy. Then we have the 10 of Coins coming out in reverse. This is home. This is finances. You may not be... sitting in your comfort zone very long in September. I see the majority of September, actually, you're going outside of your comfort zone. You are expanding. You're in a very expansive season of your life. Like I said, meeting new people that you may not be 100% comfortable with just yet, putting yourself in new positions. Even like when it comes to the home, you could be doing some sort of expansion, renovation, or change there. It feels like you're very much at a transitionary period in your life. And also, if you live with anybody, your roommates, your partners, whatever, they may also be at a very transient place in their life. Like, they could be going to school for something. They could be in like a new relationship and figuring that out. You know, it feels like everybody in the home and the household is sort of going on their own personal, unique journeys right now. Because you're all very busy, you may have a little bit of trouble, because it's like all of you are busy, and if you live alone, you know, just hang tight. And you know, you may be wondering, like, okay, well, one of us needs to clean, one of us needs to cook, one of us needs to be a little bit more domesticated and in their comfort zone. You know, when you're going out of your comfort zone, when you're traveling, when you're meeting new people, you know, all of those things, certain things like cleaning the house, cooking good meals tend to go out the window, you know, and that's what Algies is saying here. Make sure you're not throwing the whole routine out the window just because you're in a very expansive state. 6 of Coins in reverse. Okay, there could be some money warnings here, some money messages. Just make sure you're not spending every single dime that you have this month. Save some money up for sure. There could be some people in your household who are not happy with the amount of money they have, or if you're in a romantic relationship with somebody, they may feel like they don't have enough money to provide, to protect, to give. And then we have the 10 of Wands in reverse. Isn't that so interesting, guys? We have 3 10s coming out all in reverse. 10, 10, 10. And 10 is the number of endings and new beginnings, completion. So having those all come out in reverse, I think this is a month where you should make a sacrifice to the gods. Okay, sacrifice your old relationships, your old life, your old reality, old clothes, old things around your house. Sacrifice it, like, very purposefully. And say, okay, I am sacrificing this, my relationship to this. And in exchange, I am inviting in these newer, more expansive energies, dreams and goals into my life. Very beautiful. That is transmutation. That is a powerful ritual and spell that I love doing, and I recommend people do. So, but yeah, guys, this is a beautiful month ahead. There's a lot of stunning emotions here. We have miracles taking place. It feels like a very heart-based month where you're going to be very happy with the people around you. Okay, make sure you're not neglecting your health, your finances, your home while you're in this expansive heart growth state. Okay, don't be afraid to let go of putting a ton of pressure on yourself or any connection or habit that you used to have that served you well but really isn't serving you anymore. This is the time to sacrifice that and make room in your life energetically for these new blessings that are trying to come through, these Ace of Cups moments that are trying to come through, which is beautiful. New relationships, love, creative fulfillment, etc. All right, thank you guys so much for joining me. Definitely subscribe if you have not already. Okay, I'm trying to reach a whole bunch of subscribers, and I know for a fact that most of you watching are not subscribed. If you made it this far into your reading, you're gonna like my other readings. And plus, I do these monthly readings once a month, and then pick a card readings in between. So subscribe to the channel for that. Turn on the notifications to be notified every time I post. And if you want to help me out even further, liking this video, commenting how this resonated with you. I just find so fascinating to read. And I love the community we have here and the support we all have with each other. And of course, sharing this video with your friends, seeing what group they pick and seeing how their month is going to unfold. All of these things help the channel out so much. Also, if you want to connect with me one-on-one, again, link in the description, spiritpsychic.org. You can get a personal reading or spiritual life coaching session with me there. And I will see you guys later. Bye-bye. Hello, group number 2, and welcome. Let's see what's in store for you in the month of September. So your runes, you have Sowilo coming out as your first rune. This is the sun rune, and this is so positive. This literally just casts a warm glow on your entire life here, and this is going to be a very incredible month for you, just based off the fact that this came out for you in a reading. And then with that, we have Perthro coming out upright, and this is the rune of chance. And then we have Isa, the ice rune. So guys, with all of these together, I'm seeing a story here of, first off, you having a lot of alone time this month to really just do what you want, focus on what you want. Things may be a little bit busy in the lives of your friends and the people around you. For example, like your partner may be going to school or working a lot. Maybe your best friend is trying to save up some money. They don't want to go out. Or maybe, someone else is like just traveling, vacationing, whatever. You're going to find yourself with not that much going on this month. However, that is a massive blessing. A massive blessing, because while everybody is busy, all of the distractions will go away. As much as it's important as humans to dance and sing and hug others and really enjoy our relationships, sometimes it can be distracting. It can distract us from our goals, our dreams, our wishes. And so I see you entering into a season during this time where everybody else is busy. They're doing their own things. The kids are at school, they're learning, your friends are busy doing God knows what. And you will have the opportunity to really take a chance on yourself. With Perthro coming out, this is the rune of chances, and it's coming out upright with other runes. This is a really, really positive message, especially with Sowilo coming out, the sun rune. Taking a chance on yourself, taking a chance on one of your grand ideas, and really putting yourself out there. I don't know why I'm seeing visions of like entrepreneur. Why can I not say that right now? Entrepreneurship, starting your own business. Some of you may be starting some sort of charitable organization, maybe even like unionizing, things like that. I don't know why this is coming to my mind. Take it if it resonates. If it doesn't resonate, it's not your message. But yeah, you're definitely doing a lot. It's like all of your friends, the people around you, they're busy. Okay. But now that you're alone, your brain is working, the gears are turning, and you're saying, what if I just do this? What if I start this? Like, F it. I'm going to renovate my kitchen by myself, DIY project. You know what I mean? It's like taking a chance, taking a gamble, but it pays off in a massive way. Okay. So we have the bee spirit coming. Yes. Oh my gosh. This totally resonates with the vibe I'm getting from you guys. Busy, busy bees. And here's the thing. You're fully embracing this season where like other people are busy, the energies are dry. Oh, I forgot even your astro dice. You have Neptune in Aquarius in the 8th house. Neptune is the planet of the inner mind and the spirit realms and the unseen realms. It's a deep, deep thinking planet that influences generations. So to have that come out, especially with the 8th house of Scorpio, death and rebirth, it's very spiritual. It's very much like you in your own mind, in your own world this month. But as a result, like you're just doing some really cool and interesting things. And then with Aquarius here as well, whatever you're doing may serve a higher purpose, serve other people as well. It may help others. For example, some of you may be saying, F it, you know what? I'm going to invest. I'm going to make my own business selling natural like soaps and candles and skincare products. And it'll help a lot of people because, all of the crap that big corporate is selling causes health issues. So it's like, yeah, I'm helping society out. I'm taking a risk, taking a gamble by starting my own business. and it's going to be successful. That's an example of how these energies can unfold. Like, F it, you know what? Let's do it. Let's get life interesting again. Let's make life interesting. And that's the thing. We need these seasons of boredom, of everybody in our lives being busy, because that's when we take these spontaneous actions to spice life up. So that's what I'm seeing is happening here. And with the bee spirit coming out, yeah, you're going to be very busy. You're going to be working hard this month, but in a very passionate way that you enjoy. We have a yes answer with an exclamation point. In this deck, there's 2 cards that says yes. One's like lowercase, no exclamation point. You got the all caps exclamation point yes message. Wow. Massive success. Massive wins for you. Saying yes to life itself. We have change. Oh my gosh. Guys, I feel it. And by the way, in September, we have eclipse season. Okay, it won't be as crazy as the previous eclipse season because that was a total eclipse, but eclipse season, nevertheless, it's a time of massive change. You literally have the change card coming out. And also, if we look at this yes card, she's holding the moon and the sun, so eclipse energy right there. Around eclipse season, expect very massive changes to take place in your life. It feels like life is just lifing, living life to the fullest, making pretty big changes to your life spontaneously because you find yourself in like a quiet place. Everybody's doing their own thing. Okay, well, what about me? Everybody's busy living their life. What about me? And then you do something crazy, but in a good way. We have truth. Okay, the truth will reveal itself. The truth will come out. When everything is done as an offering, even the act of speaking, you get shown when to talk and when to be silent. Your words come from silence, not fear. You do the talking, dear Lord. Take me over and speak through me. So like I said, it feels like you're doing something spontaneous, exciting, passionate, but it serves a higher purpose. Just like how the bee serves the queen. You're doing something that is serving a higher purpose to many people, helping a lot of people out, but also helping yourself out, which makes me think like a lot of you must be doing something involving like either like a creative project or a business, or even like doing something very nice for someone else. Like, for example, let's just say your parents are out of town, they're traveling for like 2 weeks. During that time, you're like, you know what, I'm going to completely like renovate and repair their home, like home makeover style. I don't know. It could be something like that as well. Yeah. Also, I just got a sudden flash insight here. Somebody's going to open up to you about their feelings towards you. Somebody's going to tell you exactly how they feel about you. And that's all I'm going to say with that. It'll look different for all of you, how that unfolds and with whom that unfolds. But keep that in mind. And in fact, write that down in a note, like a note in your phone or somewhere you won't see it every day, but like you can come back to it at the end of the month. Like, especially if you have a planner or a calendar at the end, the last day, write down who told me their feelings this month towards me. I think that'll be a funny thing to look back on, a funny prediction to look back on. All right. We have comfort coming through with Archangel Azrael. I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. Wow. Very stunning. I feel, group number 2, that you've come out of survival mode and you're ready to live and breathe again. You're ready to be excited. And that's the thing. When we go through trauma or a lot of stress and chaos, sometimes we just need some time to like be by ourselves, let things be boring for a while. And I feel like you've let that happen. And now you're ready you're ready to stir the pot again. You are ready for some drama, some excitement, some tea. Absolutely. It's going to be good. This is going to be a good month. Okay. Shuffling up the tarot for you guys. What else is happening for you this month? So I'm seeing something having to do here when it comes to your friends' children in particular. Your friends' children. So you may have a friend asking you to watch their children, or be a part of their children's life, or maybe one of your friends is pregnant, or maybe they're going through a custody thing and needing your support. I don't know why I'm coming back to the specific area of life, your friends, children. Okay. This is the Tarot of the Divine. We're just going to pull out some cards and flip them over to see what September looks like for you. I feel if you've been working on a business or a big goal like that, like we described, it's going to go over very well this month. I'm seeing a lot of success with that. So we low sun energy. You're going to be very productive with the bee spirit. And yeah, you're taking chances. You're trying new things out in business, in creativity, even in like any other goal that you have. Trying, like if you want to become fit, like trying new workout, meal plans, etc. There's a lot of experimentation that I'm seeing this month. Really just trying it, like F it, let's try it. Even going out to restaurants. There could be your safe bet food on the menu, but you're like, you know what, F it, let's try something brand new. I'm just seeing this sort of spontaneous, live life to the fullest, viva la vida type of energy here. Wow. Wow. Temperance was also the first card for group number 1. Both upright. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, so you might resonate with group number 1 too. I feel like with these pick a card readings, all 3 groups tend to read into the collective, but that's very interesting that Temperance keeps coming out as the first card because, again, we're in eclipse season, and eclipses are emotionally intense times. They're times of intense change. Plus, you literally have the change card, so there are definitely changes happening to your life. And I'm really happy to see Temperance coming out with this eclipse energy, with this change, because this shows that you are enjoying it. You are enjoying the changes taking place. You are being emotionally open and secure and balancing all areas of life out quite beautifully. 10 of Cups is coming out right next to that. Wow. Guys, I gotta be honest with you. And right before I selected this card, I just had like a very quick thought, a very quick feeling of like that message we talked about earlier where people are telling you how they feel. That just popped into my mind again. And I felt like somebody is telling you how much they love you, how much they want to be with you. There can be an ascension of commitment in love this month for a lot of you. Okay, some sort of new heights being reached in romantic relationships for sure. There's domestic happiness and harmony taking place here with the 10 of Cups as well. There could be celebration of this energy in other people's lives also, like weddings or baby showers or babies being born. This sort of overwhelmingly positive, happy, emotional energy. And it's very comforting as well, I'm seeing the presence of someone here. Let me explain this vision that I'm getting in my mind. I am seeing someone like holding you, protecting you. Just the feeling of being so safe, so protected. I don't need to worry about a single thing in the world. I'm feeling that energy for you guys. But an interesting thing is I'm also seeing you giving that energy to someone else, whether it's a child, whether it is a lover, whatever. It's like this safe, you are protected. I will take care of you sort of energy that you are simultaneously receiving as well as giving this month. And it is just so beautiful. There's a lot of emotional happiness here. We have the 5 of Pentacles coming out in reverse. And right next to that, we have the Page of Swords. Okay, so you might not be 100% happy with the money that you're making right now or where you're at physically, like with your health. And I feel like that unhappiness, that this is the Issa energy, that ice rune, that things aren't moving forward. I'm at a plateau. Nothing's going on in my life. I need this to change. There's wisdom in that energy because when we're in that space, we take huge risks. that lead us to this sort of like overnight success sort of energy. I also just saw 1414 on the camera timer. So that's an angel number. We look at the number 1, which has to do with our individual lives, which also looks like the Isa rune. And then the number 4, which deals with stability, foundation, home. We combine these numbers, it creates 5. 5 is the number of change. So we see changes happening, changes that you're making when it comes to the personal actions that you're taking in your day-to-day life that will lead you to more financial security and security in the home and your relationships, okay? And with the Page of Swords, you're like taking these leaps of faith, really. Bold actions, spontaneous actions, F it, like let's do it, let's go for it. And it's leading you to that feeling of being taken care of, safety, security, and happiness. With the Page of Swords, I see you are also spontaneously opening up to others about your feelings, letting your truth out. And this could also be, for example, like letting people know your traumas, your past, your highs and lows, what you're most proud of, the deeper sides of you, your light and your shadow, showing the truth of who you are to more people in a more authentic way. And that can actually lead you to this 10 of Cups, to more happiness. Queen of Swords. Wow, look at all these swords court cards coming out. Wow, this really is an action-oriented month, guys. Queen of Swords is delightful. This is an amazing conversationalist. This is somebody with healthy boundaries. They say it how it is, There's no hiding. There's no games. This is what I am. This is what I have to offer. Also cutting to the truth of all matters. I feel like you're taking a shortcut when it comes to reaching certain goals of yours. And that shortcut involves this high level of authenticity, this effort moment that you're having. Like, let's just do it. That spontaneous energy. Let's get deep with Neptune. Let's get deep. Let's talk about the unseen things here. Let me show you who I really am. Let me tell you who I really am. And I trust you with this heart that you're going to protect it. And you can trust me with yours. Your secrets are safe with me. I'm just kind of like channeling random things right now. So I know my sentences aren't really coherent. These are just energies that are flowing out of your energy this month. Wow. Yeah, and it's really cool because I feel like there's a lot of progress being made this month, turning of the page, seeing where life takes you, taking a lot of action towards the future. I'm also very drawn into her outfit right now with the patterns and everything. I don't know why I'm seeing sewing or getting your clothes tailored, something like that. I don't know why. The appearance may be a point of focus for you this month, whether you're getting a haircut or some custom made clothes or even just like some new wardrobe pieces. Also, I'm seeing like investing in skincare, hair care, nail care, investing in yourself, investing in your physical appearance. Because remember, we're going from the 5 of Pentacles, which is feeling like ugly, poor, broken. And you're like, you know what, F it. I'm going to spend some of this money on just making myself present better, feel more wealthy. What is wealth, really, if you think about it? For me, wealth isn't necessarily having like millions and millions of dollars in the bank account. Wealth is feeling beautiful. Wealth is eating good. Wealth is having a spectacular group of people around me. Wealth is being able to afford most of the things that I want to do. That's it. Other than that, I don't really need more money. Wealth is having access to nature. So what does wealth look like for you? And how can you separate that from simply being financially well off? I felt very wealthy, for example, when I was in deep poverty. And I know that sounds so weird, but like I compared to people who were making like 50 times more money than I was able to travel. I was able to have very low debts. I was able to go after my dreams, even though they didn't pay that much, I felt much more wealthy when I was broke as opposed to people who were actually like financially wealthy. It's crazy. Like I heard stories like, I had a family member who has a very, very nice job, and a partner who also makes tons of money, and they live in a huge house. She was telling me like, man, I wish I could travel as much as you. Like, I just don't have the money to do that. And it's like, bro, I don't, I make videos on the internet for barely anybody. Like, I do not make that much money, and people keep thinking that I'm wealthy because I am wealthy in terms of experiences and the ability to do things and the ability to attract these amazing experiences. It really is just an illusion. It is a perspective. Your beliefs go very hard in that area. I'm able to travel so much even when I made no money because I always believed that traveling was easy and cheap. I never had a single limiting belief when it came to traveling or relationships, attracting relationships and friendships. I didn't have any limiting beliefs. So those things are always so easy for me to attract. What I did have problem with is attracting money because I have a lot of limiting beliefs around money due to my upbringing. But so what I'm trying to say here is that in the month of September, you're probably going to be reworking a lot of your own subconscious beliefs when it comes to things. I'm seeing you working with the law of attraction, affirmations, and sort of quote unquote fixing your mindset to get rid of this lack mentality wherever it may exist in your subconscious mind. King of Coins. Yes, I love it. Wow. This could be a rags to riches story for you in September, going from 5 of Coins in reverse to the King of Coins. Holy moly. I also see you connecting with somebody, well, multiple people here, a lot of people here. But there could be somebody in particular who really gives you some epiphanies when it comes to physical health and financial health. The people who are really good at manifesting certain things in life, they always view it as easy to manifest those things. Like, for example, for me, I view it as very easy to be physically healthy. It's simple. If you want to lose weight, you have to be in calorie deficit. If you want to gain weight, you have to be consuming more calories. It's simple. It's easy. There's no complicating beliefs. However, there are other people who have a lot of limiting beliefs, complicating beliefs that make it difficult for them because they view it as difficult. And that's what I'm saying. Like, the things that you're viewing as so difficult in life, ask the universe to gift you with people who have it very, very easy and have a very easy mindset when it comes to that. So that way their mindset will rub off on you. That's what I'm seeing, though, for real. The universe is connecting you with people who manifest things very, very easily, things that you have a hard time manifesting for yourself. And their energy is going to rub off on you. They're going to teach you a lot. I remember talking to this person who was very, very wealthy. And they were saying, like, listen, money is so easy to come by. I don't necessarily worry about money. It's just something that you borrow from the world. It's just something you borrow from Mama Earth. And you give back when you die anyways. Money isn't really that difficult or hard. And I just remember them saying that, and it blew my mind. I don't know why. The perspective just blew my mind because I always viewed money as something you have to own, not as something that you borrow from the world and then return when you die. Yeah, I don't know why I'm going off on all these tangents. I just feel like in September, you're going to be very uplifted and inspired by the people around you. I'm seeing new philosophical ways of thinking, new beliefs that will help you to have this sort of rags to riches sort of vibe this month. Lots of changes, positive changes going on for you. And then we have Judgment coming out as your final card. Wow. Deciding that, when all things are said and done, I choose you. I want to enter this next chapter in my life with you. That's what I feel when I see the Judgment card. It's like a decision. You've been through an entire cycle with someone or something, and it's time to decide, do I want to continue repeating this cycle of the Fool's journey with you? In the Major Arcana, the Fool's journey is the journey from the first card, the Fool, And the Fool represents being born. He goes through all of the teachers of the major arcana. You know, life, death, love, loss, chaos, suffering, finding yourself again. And you know, the Judgment card is the second to last major arcana card, and it shows that moment where we've been through the whole cycle and we're deciding, okay, well, I'm gonna repeat the cycle again, because this is the cycle of life itself. You know, there's no escaping it. Who do I want to keep repeating this cycle with? Who do I want to elevate or descend with? You know, who do I want by my side for these cycles of life? And so I see you making some pretty big decisions in September. Like, yeah, this is my person. These are the people I want to ascend with. These are the people I want to keep seeing. I want to keep having stories with. I want to keep making memories with. This is the job, the business, the thing that I want, that I like, that I want to repeat this cycle with. You know what I mean? I can't give you specific examples because your lives are all so different. I mean, in my own life, like how do I explain this? These cycles, they always repeat no matter what. And you co-create your reality by deciding with whom and what you want to experience these cycles with. Like with my business, for example, there's always going to be cycles of highs and lows. There's always going to be cycles of death and rebirth. You know, right now I'm making my tarot course. And when I first started that idea and I took the leap of faith and I started making it, that was me being in the Fool energy, you know, just starting out, just birthing it. And I gone through the whole gauntlet, the whole cycle of all of life's energies and lessons with that: reconsideration, loss, struggle, challenge, beautiful creativity, whatever. And I'm about to finish this first course, and it's like, is making courses something that I want to repeat the cycle of life with? Do I want to go over this again, you know, starting a new one, being back to the Fool, back to square one once again? Is this something that I enjoy doing? And when you have the Judgment card coming out upright, it's saying, yes, I do enjoy this. I want to keep repeating. Same thing, this could apply to relationships. You know, the Fool could represent you starting a new relationship. You go through all the different cycles with that person, see all the sides of them. And then once you reach the Judgment teacher lesson in life, you're making the decision, do I want to do it all over again with something new? You know, maybe you're not going to meet this person again, obviously, because you already met, but you know, maybe you enter the Fool state again with them by starting something new. Like, okay, let's start a family now. Let's repeat the whole cycle, but with something new. Or, you know, maybe you want to start traveling the world with them, not having a home base, you know, new cycle to begin with them. Life will always move in that cycle of death and rebirth, death and rebirth, death and rebirth, with all of the teachers that exist in between. And it's up to you to decide with whom and what you want to go through these life cycles with. So with Judgment, you're saying yes. And look, yes, you're saying yes. Yes, I want to go through this. Yes, I choose you. Yes, let's move forward. Some of y'all may be even making the decision to have children this month, or getting into awesome relationships, or making a big decision of some sort, saying yes. I'm also seeing someone watching, you're saying yes to a business partnership with someone. Like, yes, I trust you. I want to go through this cycle with you again. Whew, very beautiful reading, guys. Thank you so much for joining me and gracing me with your energy this month. I am sending you so much love for the month ahead. This is going to be an exciting one. And you know what? I just realized you had the 8th house as well, which is the house of Scorpio, which is literally death and rebirth. So crazy. So crazy. You're definitely making the decision to start something new here with someone after you already been through a cycle with them or with it. You know, and it can even be a hobby. You know, you learned a hobby for the first time and it's like, okay, I want to repeat this cycle again because I enjoyed this. But, you know, maybe this next cycle, this next go around, you're going to be teaching that hobby to other people, you know, or selling it in some way or sharing it with other people. You know, we either ascend or descend, but regardless of which direction we're going in, we always repeat the cycles. Life is a spiral. That's why DNA is coiled like that, you know, that pattern repeats in this universe everywhere. The spiral of life. So anyways, thank you guys for joining me. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. You can also head over to my second channel, Spirit Psychic Tarot, where I already posted all of the monthly readings for each zodiac sign, and you can watch that for your sun, moon, rising, or Venus signs, or cross-watch for people that you love. Share this video with all your friends, see what their month ahead's going to be like, and liking, subscribing helps so much. I know most of you are not subscribed, so please subscribe. It means the world to me. And I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Hello, group number 3, and welcome. Let's dive into September 2024 for you. So the first rune that's coming out for you is called Nauthiz, and this is the rune of necessity. It's coming out in the inverted position, and this is actually casting a sort of fogginess over the future. You might not be in the right emotional state yet or have the information that you need in order to understand the future entirely. So what this means is that there's most likely in September going to be an entirely new path or very interesting developments taking place that it's kind of like if I told you these things would have happened in the beginning of September, you would not believe me by the end of, or wait, I got that backwards. If I told you what would happen throughout September now, before September has happened, you would not believe me because it feels like there's just a lot of information, a lot of backstory that needs to develop in order for this month to make sense for you. So I think that if you selected group number 3, this is going to be a really interesting month. It's going to be one of those months where I think it would be awesome if you could come back to this reading at the end of the month and then sort of rewatch it, because I just have a feeling, a really strong feeling, like there's going to be some crazy sort of changes that take place. With Nauthiz coming out in reverse, you're being asked to be cautious and careful and watchful. Be patient. If you're feeling very confused about something or someone, just pay attention to that thing or that person and try to understand why you're in a state of confusion. Usually when you're feeling emotionally confused by a person or something, anything, it's because your intuition is telling you one thing, but your ego wants something different. Okay, so ask yourself in that scenario, if you're feeling emotionally confused about someone or something, what do I want to happen here? And, maybe you can write it down. Maybe you can just say it out loud. What do I want to happen here? And then try to pinpoint what your intuition's trying to say. Because usually the confusing part, what makes it confusing, is your intuition may be telling you something that is totally not in alignment with what you want. For example, if you're in a relationship that's really bad and you really want that relationship to work out, you really want this person to come back, to apologize, whatever, but your intuition is saying that's not going to happen and this relationship is not good for me. That's when emotional confusion and fogginess starts creeping in, because your will for what you want and what your ego wants can be stronger than what your intuition is saying. But your intuition's never just going to go away. No, it was designed over millennia for keeping you safe, So that's when emotional confusion happens. So if I selected group number 3, if this was my reading, I would try journaling out my feelings and trying to understand why I'm feeling confused about which way to move forward, and be really real with myself and ask myself, is it that my intuition is telling me something I don't want to hear and I don't want to listen to it? Then we have Awaz coming out for you. The rune of progress. September is going to be a busy month. Absolutely. With Awaz coming out, it's going to be difficult almost to keep up with all of the developments that happen for you this month ahead. That doesn't mean that's a bad thing. It's just there's a lot going on. And I think it's kind of funny because usually with Awaz, I feel like we have these seasons in our lives where nothing's going on. Everyone around us is so busy. Things are boring. And we feel like we reach a plateau in our progress and with life itself. And then ironically, it's like, boom, suddenly that shifts. And now every single person you've ever met wants to hang out with you, wants to talk with you, wants to catch up. There's a million things for you to do. Work is extra busy. It's like when it rains, it pours. It's that sort of energy. You can go weeks where nothing is going on and you're bored out of your mind. And then, of course, September 2024 is like, okay, well, now everything's going to happen all at once. And you also have Mercury coming out from your astro dice. And literally the day that I'm filming this, October, wow, August 27th, Mercury just went direct. So Mercury will be in its shadow period for a little bit, but in September, Mercury's going to be direct. And I think that's interesting that Mercury came out for you, and then you have AWOS. It's like, yeah, so definitely I feel like in the month of August, things were very slow. If you selected group number 3, things are going to be picking up tremendously for you. Wow. And then we move forward. Oh, also with AWOS, sorry. I'm also seeing the presence of someone. This could be you, or this could be someone you're connecting with. This is a woman who's very strong-willed, enjoys nature, is probably quite athletic, very, very strong mentally and physically. And this could be you, or this could be someone else in your life. They're going to be a very, very positive influence. If this is you, things like natures and athletics will be a very positive influence for you. So pay attention. If there's any people in your life right now who are athletically or nature-minded, they're probably going to be an amazing friend for you. And then we have Tiwaz coming out in reverse, in an inverted position. This is the rune of commitment. And this is pretty scary for me coming out in reverse with this other rune here, because this can show underhanded actions, selfishness, dishonorable motivations, people turning their backs on their personal responsibility and commitments. So it kind of implies betrayals here. It kind of implies a situation where you're convinced that something has all these signs that it's going to be long lasting. Your ego wants it to be long lasting, but it is not going to be long lasting because somebody does not want to put in the work. It is kind of a sham. It's somebody who says all these romantic things or does all the, like they romance it. It doesn't even have to be romance. It could be like a friend who's like, oh yeah, let's start a business together. It'll be great. We'll do this, or we'll move in together. We'll have like a group living situation. It'll be great. We'll do this and that. But when it comes to actually putting in the work and moving forward with it, they're not going to do that, so beware of that. If your intuition is saying, I just have a feeling this isn't going to work out, it's probably not going to work out. Listen to that intuition, trust that intuition, man. I've been trying to make new friends in August, and multiple times, like the day of I was supposed to meet them in person, I would get intuitive nudges like, I just have a feeling they're going to ghost me. I just have a feeling it's not going to work out. Your intuition's always on point. And on the flip side, you may have the intuition like, oh, this is going to be pretty great. This is going to be pretty good. So listen to that. Don't try to fall in love with potential and fall in love with an idea. Like once the actions are there, then fine. Trust it. Open your heart up to it. But until then, don't trust. Trust is built slowly over time through action, not just something you hand away willy-nilly, hoping for the potential that you see in people. Do you really know someone? That's another question. Do you really know someone, or are they a blank canvas because you don't know them yet, and you're projecting your hopes, dreams, and wishes onto them? You're projecting what you want onto them. It's a question worth asking. Anyways, we have Mercury in Taurus in the 9th house here. Money's going to be phenomenal for you guys this month. I just know it. I feel it. I see it. I feel like things are picking up for you in terms of money, career, and business. Absolutely. I mean, Taurus is a very luxurious sign, dealing with obviously like the luxuries in life, and it rolls over money as well. It's an earth sign, and Mercury, like I said, I just feel this very direct, very forward energy there, which is beautiful. And then this is probably in relation to any creative projects, goals, dreams, wishes that you may have going on. If any of you run your own business, side hustle, if you're a freelancer, if you have a side job, it's really going to take off. Even if you're somebody who is just in a position of authority at a corporation or company, again, I feel like it's really going to take off. Like there's a lot of success there thanks to your creativity. I'm also seeing working or traveling for work for some of you. So you may be taking work trips, or traveling will influence your work. Different cultures may influence your work. I am seeing that as well. So money is at least looking good. We got to dive into these specifics though, because there's some sketchy energy here. Okay, so let's dive into the rest of September and see if there's some more clarification here. We have the peacock spirit coming out, beautiful masculine energy coming through, and this is really a showy energy. Obviously, if we think of peacocks, they have their beautiful flamboyant feathers, and they do quite a lot to attract the attention of those around them. So I feel like you're doing quite a lot to attract the attention of those around you this month, being very visually stunning. If you are in business, branding is on point. Just really gaining the attention and affections of the people around you. Also, I wouldn't be surprised if there are people who are trying to gain your attention. I would just pay attention to the substance beyond appearances and make sure that the energy feels right, the intention feels right, and it's not just, going off of appearances, going off of, what could be, but you're instead going off of, what's real, what's really happening. We have success coming through. Yes, I don't know why. I keep coming back to this theme of really great success in business and finances specifically. Like a lot of people being drawn into whatever you're doing, wanting to support you, promote you, lift you up, work with you. Yeah, it's looking really good, and it's due to your creativity. It's due to you really just being your authentic self, saying what you want to say, letting your natural personality shine through, and there's a high levels of creative output this month. So I wouldn't be shocked if you are finishing up one creative project or idea and you already have 10 more lined up in your mind. Release. Wow. And we even have these beautiful autumn colors here. And I'm shuffling up this tarot deck. I set it down to flip this card over, and the 10 of Wands was on the bottom. 10 of Wands is also a card of release, letting go of excessive responsibilities, letting go of anything that's just weighing you down this month. I definitely feel like there is a letting go. You're at a point where you're glowing, you're thriving, so why do you have these stinky people attached to you? Why do you have these people attached to you who don't want to commit or give to you? You deserve people who strive to be in your life, who want to show you that they love and appreciate and care for you. You deserve people who are consistent with you. I don't know, guys. If there's anyone in your life who's acting emotionally unavailable, let them go. Let them go. If there's anyone in your life who is trying to come across as nonchalant, like, oh, I don't have that many feelings, or oh, I don't care about this that much, let them go. Life is too short to be nonchalant, Be very chalant. Be very excited and open with how you're feeling. Letting that energy flow. You deserve people who do that. Okay, don't fall in love with the potential either. We have creative blocks, which is so funny because with the 9th house, I'm just feeling like this is a creative month for you. But here's the thing. I feel like there is someone or something that's just not giving enough to you. And that's what's blocking your creative flow and your success. And it says, if you are an artist of any kind, you can offer all work to the divine, making it God's alone. I offer this for the highest good to benefit the planet. Release me from any blocks and restrictions. May this serve all who needs it. Now, this is a good intention for you to set with the universe right here, right now. Pause this video and set the intention, universe, spirit, release me from any blocks that is getting in the way of my success and my creativity. And so it is, and so it is. And don't be shocked, don't be surprised if there are certain individuals or scenarios in your life that you miraculously, magically, randomly decide, I'm going to let go of this. Or they miraculously, randomly exit your life. Okay? Don't be shocked. Leadership. Wow. Yes, I see it. I'm seeing managers. I'm seeing business owners. I am seeing, and look at that orange dress with the trumpet here. Orange is the color of the sacral chakra. And that's where creative flow comes from. Doing intuitively what feels right, not waiting for permission to do what feels right. And this is Archangel Gabriel. It is time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. So you guys are definitely in a very strong leadership position in life. I am seeing a lot of light workers, selected group number 3. You're guiding people towards better places in life. You're helping support them and their needs, whether that's through your career, whether that's just in your personal life with friends. You know, this is really something special. And even if you are an artist, like you make music or art or fashion, you may be thinking, how am I helping the planet? How am I benefiting it? But just you making the world a more beautiful place with your art and your creations is helping others and is leading and inspiring others to do the same. So if you live boldly and share that side of yourself, as the peacock shows, you know, show your work, show your stuff, strut your stuff, you know, you will find success. So release anybody in your life or anything in your life that acts so like not caring, nonchalant with you. Turn your life into an art. Art is something that triggers an emotional response within us. So when there's people around us that just act like they don't have any emotions towards us, or act like their emotional responses are blunted, it's just a huge blockage, you know? I felt my most artistically inclined and creatively inclined. I did my most when I was in deeply emotional relationships and experiences, even if they were bad experiences or good experiences, like just having feelings, human feelings flowing. There's something about it that inspires creation. I'm also seeing the spirit of creation itself coming through for you very strongly. It's like you may be saying to yourself, you know what, after I'm done this creative project, I'm going to not really do anything for a while. But it's like the second you finish, you're already having ideas for the next ones. You know, these creative ideas, they're spirits. They are real spirits that connect with the people who are most likely to bring them into fruition. And, you know, I was just watching a video on Florence Welch, and she was saying how she wanted to like take a long break from music. And she even told everyone, I'm taking a long break from music after this tour, after this album, whatever. And then the second she started going on this break, suddenly these songs just started pouring through her and like demanded time and attention to be made and created. Like literally just like that. The second she started, you know, just being quiet and not having any creative projects in front of her, it appeared. And I feel like that is the spirit of creation. And us humans, you know, that's why we're here, to allow that spirit to move through us and to really be in harmony with our creative soul. So even if you don't consider yourself to be a creative person, you will be this month. I assure you of that. King of Cups, exactly. Exactly. King of Cups, that is like the epitome of creativity. I mean, this is the divine masculine of water energy. Water energy rules over creativity, spiritual connection, things of that nature. It's very beautiful. Emotional connection. And that's what I'm saying. Like if you're feeling a creative blockage, there's an emotional blockage as well. And vice versa. If you're feeling emotionally blocked, there's probably a creative block as well. So what is blocking you emotionally? King of Cups also shows somebody here who is emotionally available. They want to give you the time of day. They appreciate you. So I'm just baffled as to why you have people like this already in your life, and yet you still want to choose people who act nonchalant and emotionally unavailable. You know, the universe will bring forward these kings and queens who are like healthily obsessed with you and love you dearly. You'll see them much more clearly when you release the people from your life that are emotionally blocked. Because when you have a close emotional connection to somebody who cannot reciprocate your emotional openness, man, is that like the most draining thing in the world. The Fool in reverse, yes. There is a creative idea. I'm feeling the spirit, the presence of a creative idea that is connected to your aura, your energy. It's wanting to be manifested by you. It's wanting to be birthed by you. This is how birth works as well, spiritually, by the way. You know, it's an agreement between the baby spirit and the mother spirit. They both have to be in agreement with it. And these beautiful spirits will connect with people who they want to be their mothers in their lifetime. And if the mother doesn't want that, they don't have to go through with it, and that's fine. Sometimes the mother wants it, but the spirit isn't ready to be born, and that's fine as well. But the same concept applies to ideas, actually. They want to be born into this physical reality, and they connect with the person who they want to be their mother and birth it. And so I am seeing an unborn spirit connected with you. A lot of unborn spirits connected with you. I'm looking at these fish surrounding this mermaid, and I'm like, oh yeah, there's a lot of unborn spirits surrounding you. So for a lot of you watching, this could be, maybe you are somebody who had fertility issues in the past, miscarriages, things like that, and those spirits are still here, vibing with you, hanging out with you, but for everyone, regardless of that, you have a lot of ideas that are ready to be born, and they're just waiting for you to get started, really. Waiting for you to find the time. And you know what? You're not going to find that time to birth these ideas into existence if you are wasting all of your time with people who are not committed to you, or on people who are just a distraction for you. You connect with relationships because of the feeling they give you, but really that feeling is something that you can create within yourself. So create that feeling within yourself. Focus on yourself first and foremost. Water your own garden. The excitement that you get from a new relationship beginning, you can also get from a new project beginning. And that doesn't mean you have to be lonely. Relationships are very important in life, of course. So I don't know, I just keep wanting to ask the question, so why are you hanging on to people who are unavailable? 3 of Cups in reverse, cheating. Boom. I'm sorry. Cheating, betrayal, lying. With Tiwaz in reverse, with 3 of Cups in reverse, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat your readings. There is shisty behavior around you. People who are not telling you the full truth. And it doesn't have to be romantic either. I'm not trying to, if you're in a perfectly healthy relationship, I'm not trying to, put doubts in your head about that. I think your intuition already knows what we're talking about. You'll already know where this exists in your life. It could be with a friend. It could be with a lover. It could be with anyone. Really, or anything really, an employer, a coworker. Where does it exist? If you feel comfortable, leave a comment down below letting me know. Where does this 3 of Cups reverse energy exist? This is a group of people. And whenever it's in reverse, it's one person is not party to certain conversations they should be party to, or certain information they should know. They do not know. And right next to that with the Fool. Now the Fool doesn't necessarily mean oh, I'm a fool, I'm stupid. However, it's oh, you're making a fool out of me. That's the phrase that came into my mind with the 3 of Cups next to the Fool in reverse. You're trying to make a fool out of me. I gifted you with my time, my energy, my friendship, my companionship. And in return, you betray me. I could have used the time, energy, and resources I spent on you. And I could have went after my dreams. I could have created those beautiful creative ideas that are in my head. I could have birthed them into reality. But instead, I was given your dusty butt a chance. And this is how you repay me. I hate this story. I don't like this story. If you're with somebody like this, it's time to leave in September. Take some time to focus on your goals, your business, your dreams, because there is a tremendous amount of prosperity and success. All eyes on you. Extreme amounts of success that will come in through that. But you have to learn the karmic lesson first. Before you achieve the success in your creative goals, you have to learn the karmic lesson of not wasting your time on dusty people. So if you've been working years tirelessly, endlessly on a certain goal, a certain career, project, business that just has not really been taking off in the way that you want it to, ask yourself this question. Have I also been giving time, energy, attention to people who are not worth my time, energy, and attention? People who do not return that. Because there's some sort of correlation there between your success materially and in career with how you allow people to treat you. If you surround yourself with people who do not value you, you are telling the universe, I am not valuable. And when you tell yourself and the universe, I am not valuable, you do not vibrate at the frequency of value. And when you do not vibrate at the frequency of value, value in your external world in terms of money and success cannot meet you because you do not have the vibration to withstand wealth and value when you do not view yourself as valuable. Your sense of inner self-worth is directly reflected in your outer reality, and that will manifest in terms of how successful you can be. If you have low self-worth, you are also going to attract people who don't find you worthy, who don't find you valuable. People who don't find you worthy and valuable do things like cheat and lie and betray because they don't care. They don't think you're worth the decency of telling the truth. And this is why so many Buddhists, so many spiritual people say the answers always lie within. If there is something in your external reality that you do not like, there is something wrong in your internal reality. If you are not seeing value outside of yourself, it's because you do not value yourself on the inside. It's a symbiotic relationship, and it's one that constantly is in a perpetual dance with each other, your inner reality and your outer reality. So in that circumstance, what I would do is, first off, immediately identify anybody who does not value me and cut them out of my life immediately. That would be my first step. And then I would do some serious self-work when it comes to valuing myself. What does that look like? And it's a dance. It really is a dance. You adjust your inner vibration, your outer reality will adjust as well. That gives you the feedback you need. That will show you what you need to adjust more of on your inner reality, and then that'll change your outer reality. It's a dance. Life is a dance between your inner and outer world. They're actually the same world, but that's, a little too deep for this reading. But yeah, okay, let's see what else comes out. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay. Yeah. Okay. For some of you, this could be a feminine person who's doing the betraying. This could be somebody who's a fire sign. They don't have to be. And that would be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Again, they don't have to be a fire sign. They don't even have to be a woman. But this is definitely somebody who would be like in a leadership position, but they really aren't qualified to lead. They don't have what it takes to respect all of the moving parts and view everybody as equal. They don't view everybody as equal. And they're not willing to contribute to the actions that it takes to keep a vision afloat, keep a relationship afloat. They're not willing to put in the work, is essentially what it boils down to. Okay. Ace of Coins in reverse. Yeah. Yep. This is confirmation for everything we were just saying. Your money and physical material wealth has been blocked. This may be something you've been trying to work on for a long time. And the reason why it's been blocked is Queen of Wands in reverse. This is also a reflection of you, Queen of Wands in reverse. Somebody who does not have self-worth. They do not view themselves as a leader, a strong person, a beautiful person. Change that about yourself. We have the Chariot. I just started choking. The universe is like, okay, let's not be so aggressive, Laura. That's my karma. We have the Chariot coming out. Very beautiful. This is showing you successfully moving forward, breaking free, and going to beautiful, beautiful places this month. I'm telling you, this is actually going to be quite a successful month for you. The Chariot shows you're not afraid to go out on your own, experience life on your own, and walk away from that which does not serve you anymore. The Chariot also can show some traveling, weekend trips, day trips, things of that nature. So definitely enjoy that if you wish. There are spirits that are helping you manifest a better living situation. It's what just randomly popped in my head. It has nothing to do with the month of September, I feel. There are spirits attached to you that are helping you manifest a better living situation, though, who are actively making that dream a reality. So I just want to confirm for you guys, if any of you are trying to manifest a nice home or apartment for yourself, Spirit heard you. There are spirits working with you on that. Don't put so much stress or pressure on yourself. It's in the works. Divine timing. And we have strength. Yes, yes, yes. Seeing exactly what shadows are present in your life and how to work through them. You're in a very strong position this month because you are not wearing rose-colored glasses anymore. You're not letting other people just get away with whatever they want. You know, if there's something that's not going right, you are fixing it. You are addressing it. So, and also I see your finances returning back to a strong position. And your personal foundation in life, your ability to enjoy your life as an independent person, is returning back to a strong position as well. Yeah. A lot of you guys, man, you're just huge leaders, creatives this month. It's flowing. It is flowing so beautifully. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Definitely like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe if you've not already. I'm trying to reach 10,000 subscribers, y'all. Please help me out. All right, I know most of you are not subscribed, so if you made it this far, you're going to like my other videos. So just subscribe. Hit the button. Hit the notification button. It'll tell you whenever I post. And if you want some more insights into September, go on over to my second channel, Spirit Psychic Tarot. I already posted all of the September readings for each zodiac sign, so you can watch for your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, and your Venus sign. You can also cross-watch for your loved ones and kind of stalk them a little bit. Send this video to your loved ones, by the way. See what's going to happen for them in the month of September. See if they pick the same group as you. And if you want a personal reading with me, oh, that was really loud, one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there and spiritual life coaching sessions there, so check it out. Bye-bye.